So, and I'm being hard on you today, Ben, because you're showing up very well. One thing that you want to do is make sure there's no wiggle room. So when you say, what about other expenses? Is there anything that the prospect can get confused with that question? There's a
Probably.
potential that he doesn't know that you're currently talking about business expenses.
Ah,
So just be
okay.
very, very clear with what you're saying so that line by line by line by line, we can go through our discovery without having to re-massage the question that we just asked. Because if you said, okay, 2000, what about your expenses last month? Oh, well, I had a phone bill. No, hang on. And then now you have
Right.
to
Okay.
backtrack to go over what you're saying. Normally, I wouldn't pick you up on these things, but you're getting all the basics right. So I'm giving you these little nuggets to fill in the gaps. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Okay. So what about other business expenses? Gas, software,
And so that was
cameras.
perfect. So one thing that I hope you all can feel, guys, when Ben says, what about other business expenses? At least from my perspective, there's a very different energy that I'm like, shit, I'm on the phone with an expert right now. This person is not missing any single word here in what they're saying. To me, it's not just the fact that Ben asked the question with one additional word and the response that the prospect's going to give now has to be very specific. It changes for me, pretending I'm a prospect, my whole perception of the closer. It just feels different, guys. You just feel like this guy is not dropping a beat. They are on everything. And that perspective shift is a much more powerful tool than your words. Oh, he said this word instead of that word. No. The most important thing is, how does the prospect perceive you? If they perceive you, they will give you good answers. They perceive you as an expert, sorry.
No editing softwares.
No, I pay my editors. The editors, I pay them
Ah,
$2,000 a month.
that makes it's a stupid question now to ask. Okay. So of the 6,000 then that you have the profit there, how much of that are you paying yourself?
5,000.
Okay. And then with your monthly
It's good,
expense.
but there's still wiggle room with that, Ben. How much are you paying yourself versus how much did you pay yourself last month? There are prospects that when you ask them, how much are you paying yourself? They will say 5 grand. If you then said, got it. So last month you paid yourself 5 grand. Well, no, last month was a tight month, blah, 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 blah. And if you don't ask the second question, you won't get that really important piece of information. So ask the question the right way from the beginning, which is, I'm going
Yeah.
to ask you a specific question about a specific thing in a specific time frame. And therefore, there's no wiggle room. How many deals have you already lost this week that you could have closed but didn't because you were out of state? I'm not a fan of sales hacks, but if there was one thing you could do before your next sales call to raise your closing percentage, it's using my patented pre-call checklist. Imagine taking just 60 seconds to read 5 to 7 personalized bullet points on a piece of paper, and as unbelievable as it may sound, puts you into the optimal state to access your highest sales skills on every call. That's the pre-call checklist. I'm going to show you how to create your own. All you need is a piece of paper and to go through the training that I'm going to give you. Thousands of salespeople have used this framework to close more deals, and you can have your own for free. No strings attached in a matter of minutes. Click the link below this video, enter your email, and grab it right now.